Thousands of taxi and bus commuters have been left stranded in Mbombela, in White River, in Barberton, Hazyview and surrounding townships and villages since 3 o'clock this morning. Taxi operators are protesting over the bus operation after peak hours. At least one bus was set alight in Pienaar township this morning. Some roads have been closed with trucks and other debris. For more on this story, we cross now live to SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo. Tumelo, a good morning to you. What are you seeing and what exactly is the latest?
Well, Naledi, here in Mbombela CBD, the taxi drivers have blocked the R40 road that is connecting White River and Mbombela and also connecting Barberton. So these taxi drivers have blocked the road here with taxis and no one cannot go anywhere. So they have not been able to ferry clients or people going to work this morning since the early hours of this morning. You understand that one bus has already been set alight. That is in Pienaar township. And also some buses have also been stoned. We've spoken to Busco CEO Nora Fakude saying that this losses of the bus that has been gutted down and completely been burned down, and also the fact that they cannot ferry their clients, saying that they ferry about 250,000 clients on a daily basis, and they could not do that since this early hours of the morning. The taxi drivers are protesting, saying that they don't want the buses or the Busco to operate between 9 o'clock and 6 o'clock, saying that they should have that monopoly, and also Busco should only operate between 4 a.m. in the morning and 6 o'clock in the morning, and rather, and also after the afternoon, so they can have that monopoly between that time. But we've spoken to Nora Fakude, rather, she's saying that with the buses that has been stoned and the buses that have been burned down, and the fact that they cannot ferry clients, they lost in the last 3 days, they have lost so far up to 15 to 20 million rand that they have lost so far. So let's speak to the taxi drivers that are blocking the road, and then to talk to us about why are they blocking the road, and that you guys are blocking the road. Just chazela ukuthi why le blocking imigwaqo since this morning.
Ngibekele abaleli bekhaya umgwaqo usublock ngenzaba ya Busco. Asakhona ukusebenza ngenzaba Busco. uBusco usesinora simgcisa sinakhuluma naye simithana i-meeting akazange e-meetingini uthi na khona ukukhuluma nabantu abangafundanga, so that's why sitholakala silamgwaqeni kwamanje. So emakhaya ngiyasalindile basilinze until ngo-2 o'clock. Bochepesen bonke nabo sesinora basi ayinora man make refile emthweni uthi uzokhuluma nathi ngo-2 o'clock, so sesilinde yena simele yena usesirefile emthweni.
But ninasichazela ukuthi while ngafuna a Busco to operate between that time, between in the morning, between 8 o'clock and also 6 o'clock in the afternoon, during the day. Why do you guys don't want her to operate during that time?
No, Busco simcela operate as from ngo-3 ebusuku until ngo-8. Ngo-8 asitedele nathi sisebenze until ngo-3 ntambama. And then abuya operate angalayishi bantwana labamqashile ukuthi baye ematripini balayishwa ngithi. Ngiko lokho simcelile. Usesinora usiyena Nora angiyakhuluma nabangafundzanga. That's why sitholakala silana. Okay.
Okay. Now, lady, this gentleman, one of the taxi drivers here, saying that they don't want the bus to operate between 9 o'clock and between 9 o'clock in the morning until between 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock, so that they can also have that monopoly. But we spoke to Nora Fakude, saying that they cannot, they don't operate according to that. They only operate with their permits, and saying their permits they operate due to in line with their permits that they have from the department, and that's what they're saying that they're doing. So the taxi drivers say that they want to come here and meet with the CEO of Busco, and also to speak to Refilwe Mthweni, who is the premier here in the province, and also to other officials. But I can tell you that, Naledi, that shops have been shut down, shops have been deserted. We were in White River just earlier on. Everywhere is shut down because shops cannot be open, because some of the people that work in the town, they cannot get to work this morning, and also shops have been closed down. All the shops in towns have already been closed down, and taxi drivers have Okay, you could hear that. It's a very angry people saying that they want to operate, they don't want her to operate during that time. They're saying that they are angry, they're not making enough money, and saying that they also don't want her to operate, especially when ferrying people going to trips, saying that they want that to operate during that time. But you can imagine the people here, they've been protesting since the early hours of this morning, so they're saying that they don't want the Busco to operate. We've spoken to Noram Fakude saying that she has a permit to operate in the road, and she also only uses that permit to operate, and say that the taxi drivers also, they have permits to operate.
Yeah, Tumelo, I see that you're operating there in a very noisy area, but I do need to squeeze this in, because essentially when you're talking about stores that have been closed, obviously commuters have been massively impacted, and one would hope as a commuter that you'd have choice, right? You'd have freedom of choice in what kind of transport you would want to use. Have you spoken to any commuters, and have they expressed any frustration?
Well, we've been out in the morning since the early hours of this morning. We've spoken to so many commuters saying that they use buses because of the reliability of buses. That's why they use the buses every day. But they're saying that that's why they're using buses every day. So you can say they're quite angry taxi drivers actually here that we've been out here. But commuters are saying that they want to use whatever public transport they want to use. But also it's about the affordability at the end of the day, because these people, they use buses or they use taxis because they can afford buses or taxis. But also the fact that buses can also go into other villages that taxi drivers cannot reach. So that's why they're using buses. But also the fact that, that this morning children could not go to school, workers could not reach to go to work, and also nurses, some clinics have already been closed down because nurses could not arrive this morning because they use public transport, and some of these nurses use public transport. So that has already impacted a lot in this community. Businesses have been affected, the healthcare sector has been affected, schooling has also been affected by this protest.